Hi, Libra. Welcome to your love and relationship reading for March 16th through the 31st. For those of you who are just now tuning in, these are generalized readings, so not everything in the reading may pertain to you because it's not specifically focused on you. I'd like to encourage you guys to check out your moon and rising sign, and then check out a reading that correlates with your moon and rising sign and see if the information within those readings pertain to you more. I am available to answer any questions. It could be reached at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. I like to start off with a reading for my singles, and then I move into a reading for my couples. With my singles reading, I really like to focus on sound, mind, body, and spirit, because I believe that when in that space is sound, it creates a really strong foundation to promote positive karma and attract a loving, healthy relationship into your life. Okay, so with that said, I am working with rose quartz for love, citrine for prosperity, and prosperity can work in all aspects of your life. It's not just limited to physical elements. Fluoride, which stabilizes your emotions and aids in communication. Okay. So the first card in the spread represents where you are now. We're going through a lot of pain right now, heartache, maybe depression. There might even be some substance issues going on here, okay? But what's covering you is the gentle nature of the Daughter of Cups. This could indicate that there's a water sign around you that is helping you through this really hard time, guiding you, a really youthful spirit helping you through this hard time. What's crossing you is the Magician. This is an acknowledgement of you trying to work through these issues. And having an understanding that you yourself have the power to get yourself out of this situation, to work through these issues that you're dealing with and move forward. However, you're not quite sure how to use the elements to your advantage. You're still really trying to figure things out. So you're in a quest mode, a curious mode, okay? The next two cards, we have the Father of Swords right here, and we have the Temperance. The Father of Swords represents the aspiration of this situation, and then we also have the Temperance. The Temperance is a situation, it represents the recent past, which is relatively new, a situation that could actually still be in your life. I think this is connected to the Ten of Swords that you're working through. The Father of Swords represents somebody who is in your life, someone very direct, very strong, someone very honest, honest to a fault, could be honest in a hard way, hurtful way, someone who was rather cutthroat, but also had a very tender side, very gentle side, and I think that's what drew you to this individual. However, there was some hard lessons to be learned, some hard things to move through. And I think that that really represents the state that you're in right now. The next card is the Justice card. This is your aspirations, you wanting truth, you want, and also wanting to make better decisions. The way that you go about things, honor somebody who is a true representation of themselves. I feel like you felt like this person had two different sides to her or himself, and it was hard to deal with. You're always wondering, well, which personality am I dealing with today? The next card is the Daughter of Swords, and this is the outcome. This could indicate that there's an air sign coming into your life, somebody who is gentle, but also embodies the honesty and honor that you want with a Justice card, but somebody who is very, very curious. The outcome is the Devil, and this is a release from this situation that you're dealing with, a release. So what this is telling me is I really think that you're going to channel the energy of the Magician, channel all the elements, and then move forward. You're not going to forget the things that have happened to you. These are something that is going to stay with you forever. However, you're going to channel that energy into something positive, which will ultimately be a release from this situation right here. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com, and I'm going to move into a spread for my couples. Okay, so the first card in the spread is the Knight of Discs, and this represents what you're bringing into this relationship. I think that you are taking a collected kind of control approach to this relationship. I don't think that this is necessarily something that, I don't think this is a way that you've always been. I feel like this is coming from a place of almost caution, in honor of not repeating mistakes that we've made in the past. The next card is the Two of Swords, and this is where you are now in relation to the other person. For some reason, it really seems like your guard is up, that you don't want to expose your full vulnerabilities, and I'm not quite sure if this is because of something from the past, or if it's something in related to your partner. And now that I'm really taking in the spread, I really feel like this has to do with experiences that you've carried with you in order for self-preservation. I think that you have been really hurt in the past. The next card is the World, and this is what you're hoping to get from this relationship. Now, it's very interesting because we have this collected sense, and we also have our walls up in regards to you. However, there is this hope that you're carrying with you, which is relevant or indicated in the World card. Look at that card, it's so beautiful. And this is like the highest state of consciousness within the major arcana. So you have your sights set very high in regards to this relationship. But you have some things that you need to work through, exposing vulnerabilities. The next card is the Queen of Wands, and this represents what the other person is bringing into the relationship with you. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is very nurturing, very loving, someone who is very passionate, which I think really is good for you. With these walls, I think that over time it's really going to melt them, so to speak. The next card is the King of Swords, and this is what the other person is bringing into this relationship with you. The King of Swords is very honest. I think that the King of Swords has communicated to you about, you know, these walls that you have up and wanting to break through them. The next card is the Magician, and this is what he or she is hoping to achieve with you. This person's creating, manifesting a life with you, taking a step forward, and that step, I believe, really includes, you know, breaking down these vulnerabilities and these walls, okay? This is the Ace of Cups, and this represents how you see your partner. The Ace of Cups is a fresh start, possibly moving forward into a new space in your life. It could indicate maybe wanting to move forward, continuing a family with somebody, establishing a family with someone. It can mean possibly even, you know, the purchase of a new home or even moving in together. The next card is the Four of Discs, and this represents how your partner sees you. So we have the Four of Discs, and this is somebody who is in that protective space again. So we have the Two of Swords and then the controlled space with the Knight of Discs. You know, very conservative approach. You have lots of layers that need to be worked through, and your partner seems to be really you know, agreeable to wanting to work through this with you and nurture you back. The next card is the Knight of Wands. This can either work for you guys or against you guys. We have these extreme passions. This has to do with a change coming, a change in this relationship. You're wanting to move forward in this state. And I think that this has to do with working through these walls that are up, these vulnerabilities, exposing them, because I don't think that you're going to be able to move forward unless these vulnerabilities are worked through, okay? Your intentions are good, but you have these walls. And sometimes I think that it can make you come across as even being a little self-centered, okay? And selfish, but I believe that that comes from a protective state. So now I'm going to see what lessons you guys need to learn to make this relationship successful. So we have Truth and Honor with the Justice card. Working with more, this has to do with you coming across as being aloof or unavailable, unattached, and it's not, and that's not you at all. It's just because you have a hard time exposing your vulnerabilities, okay? We also have the Seven of Swords, which indicates there's more than what meets the eye, that you're not being completely forthcoming with things, and we know that because, you know, you're in this standoffish state of mind, this protective state, and it's not that you're trying to keep anything from your partner, it's just it's very difficult for you. I want you to relax. I want you to take pleasure in the day-to-day matters more. Really just relax. And try it and release these vulnerabilities that you're holding onto, these walls, okay? I think that would be beneficial for you to work with rose quartz to open up your heart chakra. And I also think that would be really beneficial for you to work with fluorite. This will stable emotions and will help aid in effective communication, okay? So with that said, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. Thanks, you guys.